What's up, everybody? My name is Jay. I am here about to give you all a rundown on this crypto world. So, check it out. DOGECOIN, super dope company. Not really, it's just a meme and they made a coin off of it. But right now, people are using it to explode and get back at the big Wall Street guys for shutting down companies like BlackBerry, GameStop, and among others like Nokia, Bed Bath & Beyond. They had a hyperbolic jump after having what's called a squeeze. They went against all these big hedge funds that were betting against the company, so they were making money when it was going down. But we, the people, decided to just buy in and shoot it to the moon. So they had to actually execute their orders and buy these shares, which made all these stocks jump up. They shut it down. So now we all move to the crypto world. This is another area to make things happen. As you see, I have some cool trend lines here, and we have just shot past our wedge. It looks like we're going to be into great territory, hopefully. We started having higher highs and higher lows. We had a quick dip to scare off some of the folk, but for most of us, it was just a great time to buy in because of such a strong support in this area. Now, this is basically minute by minute, so the accuracy is unknown essentially, but based on history and in the last few hours, we have a parabolic shift that is looking pretty much unstoppable. We have an awesome W pattern that is going up. We have a head and shoulders, but this is actually we might have a pop down before we have an explosion, but that's all right. We want to have more opportunities to buy in, sell off, and then come back in when it's necessary. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in a little more so we can kind of see. So you can see in 2 hours it had jumped 137%, which is where we got from all the way down to 036 to 88. So right now, and this is all talking about like 7 cents a coin. So you can get this pretty cheap. It makes you feel like you're getting it on Bitcoin before it became Bitcoin, right? And we're about to hit that 8 cents mark again, which is where the profits start skyrocketing and you'll start to see people jump in. We officially have created almost a 4-hour play right here. Let's go ahead and look at the 1 hour chart and how amazing that looks. It looks like we are about to create a super jump if this stays in the format that it's in right now. We had a 4-bar play that jumped up to this, and then we have a 3-bar play right here that's starting to form. We are hoping, right, because we want to be able to make some income off of that since there's not really options trading to where you can bet down. Now, I'm not aware of any companies that trade based off of Dogecoin. But if you look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all these other companies, they're starting to dump right now. And to make it pretty clear, it seems great if you know that these are jumping by 100% every 2 hours. I'd take one Bitcoin and put it in here and turn it into 7. So there's somebody that was right here at the 25 mark. They saw it pop up, which is like, wait, hold on. That's a 100% jump right there from earlier in the day. Earlier in the day, it was at 1 cent, which is already a dramatic jump. And then we get all the way up to 2 cents, which is a 100% gain in a few hours. Now we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. Within 6 hours, we're already up to 70 or 0.076, which is dramatic. I'm just going to say 76 to make it easier. But this is something amazing. Feel free to say hi in the chat, say what's up. I'm live trading with this. This is something interesting. Tell your friends about it. If you have something to say about it, hey, what's up? I'm doing the same. All right, beats my way. Yeah, so even producers do this. So this channel is not only for production, it's also for trading. But let's go ahead and look at the other way. So we are fully bullish right now. Nothing is looking wrong. I'm gonna delete these for a second. Let's see if I can hide some of the things we're looking at right now, which is one. Okay, good. Turn that off, and then turn this guy off right here. So if I were to give my best guess, we have the opportunity to hit at least 0.87 before the end of the night. And if we go super hard, we can parabolic all the way up to 0.13. And this is based off of Fibonacci retracement. If you look at all the history of Dogecoin, though, we have not done anything like that since its existence. Let's look back on the monthly so you can really get a grip of how much it's jumped. All right, so we have this, and it's saying, let me not go back on that. It's really only giving me a month of data, but this company is, or this crypto has been along for a pretty long time. If I look at Robinhood, the infamous thing that everybody's hating right now, if you look at 5 years, we're looking at nothingness. We had a little pop in 2018, along with Bitcoin when they had their amazing jump all the way up to 1 penny. But we reached 1 penny again on January 1st. And then as we got closer, so we're at that penny on January 1st, kind of had a falling wedge, but this is really just a consolidation before we had our major parabolic jump. A lot of people got in early with that, which is great. But looking at this right here, we really had a movement just yesterday and today, but really today. So once it hit like 2 a.m., it was like, it's time to go. Now we're here almost 12 hours later, looking at a super jump that no one could have imagined, which is the greatness, right? So what do you all think? Are you all in Dogecoin right now? Put it in chat if you are actually in here. If you're making these trades, if you're looking at Bitcoin, let's look at Bitcoin real quick just to have like a comparison. So Bitcoin had a parabolic jump as well today or this week. So here, a whole bunch of ideas. Everybody's talking about it right now. Let me turn that off too. Let's see. So we have this awesome jump right here. Let's measure that out. So if I go down here, I'm going to climb on up. So within 1 month, we had 139%. What the heck, right? So that's jumping from literally 17,000 all the way up to 42. This is giving everybody that sentiment. The big guys are starting to buy in. Looking at our regular candles, we just have all these jumps, and we have this consolidation. Everybody's like, oh, it's about the pump and dump. We have this pump and dump right here. I know this looks extra crazy, but when you look at it closer, you can kind of see where these lines are coming into play and how things are bouncing off of them. All right, so we're really starting to consolidate down and create this wedge that'll give us an opportunity to pop up into new territory. But we could get rejected right here at this line, or we can get rejected at 3,500. And this jump, of course, is right before Dogecoin started going crazy. So if I go over here, let's look at where it actually started turning around. So it started turning around, say around 7 o'clock. If I go look at Doge, which is about to hit that 0.08. You can see it in the top corner there. Or maybe not. That's okay. Either way, I'm letting you know what it is. 0.077. Let's look at the time frame of when it really started jumping. And comparing them, you'll notice something. All right, so we're here. So what is it? So that's like 19 o'clock. So around 19 o'clock, we have this parabolic jump right here. Boom. Going or 1900 all the way up to 87. So this is also when you saw the big guys start to lose. So maybe they're taking these funds and just transferring into another coin and then going right back in. And this is where you have those crazy, crazy movements going on. All right, let's go to the moon. We're definitely going to the moon. I don't know if it's gonna top that before the end of the night. I mean, we could go there. We're right now. This is kind of a hope game. We definitely had a super peak, and it dropped dramatically all the way down. Somebody sold out, but we are still in great territory. The volume is super high, and if we look at our MACD, let's see if I can pull that up for you all. This right here is letting us know that we still have a whole entire turnaround to get to before we get parabolic again. Super good information for me to hold my position. I'm not betting a lot. I'm only doing $80. It's just fun for me. Um, and this is not financial advice. This is what I've been learning as I've been getting into the crypto world and just learning about trading. But yeah, make sure you all are following and subscribing. I'll do more of these videos. Check out other stuff I have. I mostly make beats and do production. Um, but I definitely believe in taking over and doing better than our children. Well, wait. We were children doing better than our parents did, right? We would have come and show them what it's like. That you don't need real money anymore. It doesn't exist. You don't want to give a minimum wage? All right, we're just going to buy a crypto coin. You don't want us to have that? Then we'll just go to the stock market and buy a company that no one thinks is going to make it. Oh, you don't want us to do that? We'll just go to another crypto coin. It's just one through another. But you see, we're having this drop. Everybody's worried, like, are we going to pop back past this for real? Or was that just a super hard resistance? It's looking like it's struggling with it on the 30-minute, on the 15, okay? But we broke past, and if we stay up there, we could, if you're looking at this SMA line, we could hit that again somewhere around here. If you're looking at it's just trajectory, it's going to fall into this nice little triangle area. And I set this red line up right here just because this is where it's been bouncing significantly, or at least starting off or ending. This right here is our bounce. This is when I got in. Every time I buy a bounce with coins like this, it's kind of risky. So I just get a quick profit, sell off, wait for the dip, buy it in again, and just stay up all night doing this. And I'm super appreciative of y'all being here. Let me know where y'all from. Is anybody from the United States or anybody out in another country? That's also another thing. And tell somebody to join in, man. We got to talk about this. Any questions about what we got going on here? I can also explain how these work. There's all these patterns that tend to show up. This one right here may have tricked somebody, but we didn't have this candle extend past this point dramatically. Now this wick should have been a little bit shorter to really give us a perfect 3-bar play. So what ended up happening is we had to jump up, we had to come down. Of course, it ended higher than the middle of this candle and then extended up. But this dramatic drop just put it in who knows land. Almost like this is what you see in the consolidation. So if I go in even further, you'll notice during that time we had a drop like that. And this is where that line comes in. That significant bounce area that's coming up. So this could bounce off of here or here. I'm looking at it potentially just kind of doing one of these because it seems to be holding right now, but maybe just popping like this. It could stay over here for a little bit, and then once we get to the rest of our night, don't take these as suggestions. But Florida, that's what's up. That's a great place. Oh yeah, no doubt. This is all love and family. I've been on the interwebs all day, talking to friends and family, getting my production group privy, because as musicians and things of that nature, we can make money off of music, but during these Corona times, it's a lot easier to just have something sit there and gain and be what you want it to be by the next day. Now I'm probably just gonna stay on for a few more minutes just to keep it entertaining and things like that. But yes, shout something in the chat if you have any other coins or suggestions of altcoins that can jump into. Now, if you all don't know how to buy crypto coin, there are two companies to look into, and they invest in the blockchain. So if you like Bitcoin and have been able to follow it perfectly, you've been able to get all of the technicals right, all your trend lines looking good, this, that, or the other, right? We have Mara, which is looking insane right now, and we have Riot. Okay, so as you can see, Riot is following Bitcoin almost exactly. So this is Riot on the 5-minute chart. This is Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin, let's look at the hourly or the day, just because Bitcoin is 24 hours and Riot and Mara are only open during trading hours. All right, so this is the bump that Bitcoin's having. It's getting caught up really hard right here. As a matter of fact, I need to go ahead and put that information in since that's so substantial. Y'all see what I'm looking at right there? That great line. Now this looks completely insane and unorganized, but there's reasons behind the madness. But watching how Bitcoin works, I'm gonna double click here so this can just balance out. That's Bitcoin. Here's Riot. Same exact movement. We see that we're below the SMA line, so we could have a significant drop again in the morning. And I think that is solely due to funds being moved from one crypto coin to another, trying to find out which ones are parabolically moving right now. So check this out. Here's Mara. Same situation. Of course, there's small differences, but here's the benefit. You can watch something happen in Bitcoin, and then it won't affect Riot or Mara till a little bit later. So that may be like 5 seconds, but that could be a time where you jump in on something if you see a true reversal that shows up, like something right here. You see it's hit this support line multiple times. 1, 2, 3. On the third one, it's like, all right, I have faith in Bit. I'm gonna go ahead and buy in at 28. You would have made, let's see how much you would have made right there percentage wise. I'm gonna take that bottom. I'm gonna go right here. You would have made 18% in 3 days right there. So that's pretty good when it comes to stuff like that. Let's talk about just one day if you would have caught that bump, right? So on the 20, let's see, this 27th right here, we're getting so that's almost, let's just talk one day. One day, if you would have gotten right here on this dip right here, you'd have been looking at 11% gain in 16 hours. So we're talking about something really crazy. You would think it's not a lot, but the more you put in, the more you can get out of it. So comparing it to a number amount is going to be awesome. Look at Dogecoin still going, still doing its thing. Of course, I'm only dealing with like $80 because I have no idea what's going to happen. But this is a rising wedge. We could have a super drop or a super pop. I'm, of course, hoping for a super pop for everybody else's sake who's got coin. We all want it to be $90,000 tomorrow, which would be fantastic, especially if you have 1,000 of these. Let's look at Dodge again, see what's really happening in this moment and what could be next. We're having a lot of trouble staying above this resistance line that's been set up for us in this area, and it could be possible, but that wedge is becoming more truthful by the moment. And if we fall back into it, I wouldn't be surprised, but this is looking like a good bounce point right here. Someone can get in there and get something nice, and we just hit it. But look at that thing pop. It just 1, 2. You're already back up. I'm going to draw a quick trend line, so if anybody's looking to move this way, you could still get something to go. So this could easily be a nice little corner for you to pop in on and get all the way to that 87. I don't have 100% faith in that happening just yet. It's more likely that this is a good peak for a while and just let it settle and get that curvature at the bottom here on the RSI, because we had our crossover here, started dropping. We need another crossover before we have a true liftoff. And then looking at our MACD right here, the volume is starting to weaken, not totally, but it definitely doesn't have that same shift that we were looking at around 6:30. Is that 6:30? No, you do. I forget how to do it, but yeah, at 8:30. See, I had to sneeze in order to get it. It's not Corona, y'all, I promise. So I trade stocks as well. Definitely do stocks, and I don't know. I'm just kind of annoyed right now, just because jumping into companies like BlackBerry and GameStop. Like, look what happened to GameStop, for instance. This thing is just making no sense. What type of move is this? This is called the big guys coming in and saying you're not allowed to do that, but it's just to shake you off. And now we go from $100 all the way up to 341. What the heck, right? So look at that movement, and this is a 30-minute chart. This isn't even hourly. So we had 200% gain in 8 hours. Okay, what? That's ridiculous. Guess what else is doing that? Dogecoin. Dogecoin is doing the same thing. So that's 8 hours, right? Let's see what 8 hours looks like here. So 8 hours to get to its peak. So 8 hours. Let me go the other way. So 8 hours, we're looking at over 70% on this. But going this way, we're looking at 354%. That's way better, right? So imagine you put the same amount in and it's just growing by 300%. Somebody became a millionaire today for sure. And that right there is something that you can keep paying attention to and watching throughout the weekend. Now we're getting into Friday. I know things like to pump up super hard. We had a lot of good earnings. Let's look at some earnings really quick. So the earnings whispers is where I go to find out all the great jazz. This is what we're looking at tomorrow on Friday. Let's see if there's any companies that are related that can maybe help us out. I'm automatically not seeing anything too crazy. We had our big guys like Tesla and such jumping in. On here, you have everybody betting in what they think is going to happen when it comes through. Show some more. Nothing too crazy. If you go to their Instagram, they show the most anticipated, and that might help you out too. But yeah, Dogecoin is looking really, really good. We're about to go super, super hard on this rise up into the future, y'all. This is going to make things a lot easier. We're still sitting on that support. You all are watching me trade live. I'm not here to give financial advice, just maybe some cool tools that you can use. I use TradingView to do all this. You can look at this in many ways. If we're looking at a simple line graph, it makes perfect sense how it's bouncing off, staying right on that trend line. We can go all the way down to 65 and then potentially pop back up and stay in line with the format that it already has. So we have a bump, kind of a rise up, bump, rise up, bump, rise up, bump, and then a rise up if we get there. If we don't, we could literally fall all the way back down to 2 cents, but I don't see it going further than that. I really kind of see us holding this down like we've been holding everything else. Take a look at BlackBerry doing the same thing. I got stopped out of this trade, but that's all right. We crossed back over our SMA line in the nightly hours, and the volume is going crazy. Consistent green. We are overbought at this point, but you're seeing these lines are not crossing right now. So our RSI is still looking good. We could drop this a little bit and kind of mimic what happened over here, where we go up and then down, right? So we're following this pretty much to a T. I'm okay with how things are looking right now. AMD, another company that tricked people after earnings, going down, staying below that SMA line. We could really go super far before we have any type of reversal, but they did really, really well. So this is looking like an awesome opportunity to just buy in and get us all the way back up to the 95 area where we had our peak. So we already hit that a while ago. And let me go ahead and put that line there because that's pretty substantial, if you ask me, of a point of $98, and we're down to 87. So we've been wiggling and wiggling all over the place with stocks like this. Everything's crazy right now. People are trying to figure out how to get into this and learn a lot of things. And as you can see, we still have a lot of room to go down. We could easily tap these areas right here and get something going on. Let's go back to our regular candles and see what that's looking like. Pretty even out over here. Let's look at the regular candles. Yeah, definitely a drop. This line could probably move up just a little bit. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that one's looking more like it. Now you could use your Fibonacci retracement to get this really nice, but that's not going to be the best option in my mind, just because stuff doesn't make any sense right now. Just to be completely honest, this is not think or swim. I'm actually using TradingView.com and Robinhood. I don't like Robinhood, but I'm already there, so I'm just gonna stay stuck with it. And we just hit that 80. Y'all saw that, right? It popped up on our screen for one moment. Let's go back. I think we're about to do some parabolic movement. This is a great time to pay attention. Cool enough, Robinhood is actually updating the prices faster than this site. I wish you could trade the other way around and kind of just put some money in on this. Now I know TradingView also teams up with other brokers that you can use, but we have that parabolic movement that I was talking about that could be sparked right here, where we pop back up. It's happening a lot faster. People are realizing every single drop is just an opportunity to buy at this point. Looking at what we have now, I would talk about other stocks right now, but this is late night randomness, and here we are. Exactly what I was hoping is just a super jump. We can hold that down. This is a reversal. If I were showing some candles, you can kind of see it's just unknown what's really happening, but we are wedging in so strong. The volume is just skyrocketing. We're looking at a whole bunch of options here. Let's spread this out so we can kind of really see what's going on here. So this is obviously a penny stock, if you want to call it that. I'd say anything that you could trade is a stock to me. You can help your family stay alive, do all these amazing things. All right. But yeah, I am about to get off of this call with you all. I call it a call because I do Zoom 89 hours a day. But feel good. Make sure you all watch this video. Share with your friends and family. Please subscribe because I'm going to start doing this every day. I have a team of about 60 people and we chat every single day. We'll start putting that information up so you all can link in. But this is Pearson Financial. Thank you for joining the first stream. This is one of many, and this will continue to happen from here on out. Thank you all for being here. Stay up on DOGECOIN tonight. It's going to do a lot of things. Don't be afraid to trade, especially if you have something, if you're willing to lose it. Don't trade what you're not willing to lose. You'll end up in the gutter. All right, everybody. Be safe.